Good morning, everyone. We just lost you. All right, we'll start again. Welcome back to the Purple House. Piet and Grade here, and today we want to talk about brain function and how to optimize your brain. And this subject is very, very relevant today because the latest statistics show that 1 in 2 people over 85 will have lost their mind. So 1 in 2 people, so that's, if you look at 2 people, that means maybe either Pete or me, by the time we're 85, we won't recognize each other anymore, or one of us won't know our kids' names or where we live or all that, which is super, super scary. And the way time goes, the years fly by, that could be you, right? So other statistics show that Alzheimer and dementia is like really the biggest epidemic in the world other than diabetes, and they're related to each other. But we want to focus on Alzheimer and how to prevent this from happening to you. Of course, it doesn't start at age 85 when 1 in 2 people has lost their mind. It starts decades before then, and Pete's going to tell you a little bit how that starts. But some of the warning signs for you today, like you could be 40 or 50, and you could be walking to your car after spending time in the supermarket or the airport or somewhere, and you don't know where you've parked your car, right? That is like scary, isn't it? You feel all this, you feel disoriented, and it takes you a minute to remember where you put your car.
We're lucky we got remote.
That's right.
Key unlocks now.
Another warning sign is, of course, if you forget names, you forget words that you used to remember easily. And also, maybe you could be suffering from brain fog. Brain fog often happens years before you have Alzheimer. So, Pete, do you want to share the story of a woman?
Yeah, there was a woman documented the decline of her husband with Alzheimer's by getting him to write every day. Write something every day.
And the clock.
And she watched the decline of his writing. She's got it documented, and until he didn't even know who she was.
He didn't know who he was in the mirror, and he didn't know his grandchildren.
And then she started giving him big amounts of coconut oil, 6 tablespoonfuls a day, which is a lot of oil, but the brain is 70% fat oil, and it needs a lot of good oil. But the thing about coconut oil, it is also got an antifungal property, and there is the thought that candida, which goes systemic in nearly everyone and becomes a fungal thing, is maybe the cause of Alzheimer's, because the brain tries to protect itself from candida and puts a coating around it where the coconut oil is dissolving that or getting rid of the candida, so the brain doesn't have to do that. But anyway, she started giving her husband 6 tablespoonfuls of coconut oil a day and watched his writing come back to normal, and he knew her again, and he knew who he was and his grandkids, and there's other stories of people doing the same thing. And I believe that the damage starts as soon as we're put onto solids as a child, because we've been told fats are bad for us, and we become sugar burners straight away, and any blood sugar above 6 is causing inflammation, and it becomes chronic. And every processed food has vegetable oils in, vegetable seed oils, which are causing chronic inflammation. The cause of most chronic disease is vegetable oils. And
so just be specific for people who haven't heard this before. Canola oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, what else is on
the running oil, all the running oils in the supermarket, except the only ones I recommend people use are macadamia nut oil, which is the best, and then olive oil.
But that's also contaminated these days.
And often the growers or the makers of
producers of olive oil,
they mix the bad runny oils in with it so it goes further, and they charge premium prices for it, and it's diluted with canola oil.
So if you have olive oil, you have to know where you get it from. Like, unless you know the grower, don't buy it. But just to get back to the bad oils, we're going of course now. So the bad oils, they can create inflammation, which is aging, right? It means your cells are on fire and it's speeding up the aging process. And as Peter said, the process probably already starts when you were a little child and you come off breast milk, if you're lucky enough to have had breast milk. And breast milk is something like 60 to 70% saturated fats. So the child does really, really well on the saturated fats, which are fats like butter as well and cheese.
They're animal fats in breast milk.
Yeah, that's right.
And we've been told animal fats are bad for us. So
you're an animal, basically,
right? We're animals. And
we're closer to the animal kingdom anyway than the plant kingdom. So the plant oils or the seed-based oils, not only are they very, very damaging, inflammation has the word flame in it. So it inflames your brain, and that also leads to ADHD on the young end of the spectrum and other problems to do with brain function or cognitive function. And then, as soon as we get older, you start to lose it on the other end. So this is what needs to be stopped. So Pete and I are always educating our clients what to remove from your diet. Just be super careful. Also, Candida that Pete mentioned, we did an article on it last week. So just go back to the Purple House website and click on the article, the Candida. Familiarize yourself with that problem, because it is a huge problem.
And any processed food, you look at the ingredients, get used to reading the ingredients in the foods you buy from the supermarket. And if it's got vegetable oil written on there, you do yourself a service by putting it back on the shelf.
All right. So, and then just to get back to Candida, it thrives on sugar, right, and carbohydrates. So you have to kind of be careful that you minimize your sugars as well. But what you can eat is good healthy fats like butter and meat fats and meat as well. So, but then some people think, all right, well, I'm not eating much sugar because I'm eating all the low sugar, like zero Coke, Diet Coke and all those products. But they're even more harmful because those products have things like aspartame, NutraSweet, Splenda, Equal, and there are lots of other names. And they are known to literally rot your brain. So
aspartame was produced by Monsanto, probably as an insecticide or a herbicide, and it didn't work, but it tasted sweet, so they used it as an artificial sweetener.
All right.
It was a genetically modified product.
Just be very, very careful with all of that. So actually, Pete has a story to tell about the Diet Coke. Remember that truck driver?
Yeah, I had a client who drove from Burnie to Queenstown nearly every day, delivering goods in a truck, and on the way back, he treated himself to a Diet Coke, which he sat up on his dash and sipped it as he drove back, and it was in the sunshine. Sunshine creates toxins in artificial sugars, and he wondered why he felt so
sick and grumpy. And,
he felt shocking. His brain just wouldn't work properly, and by the time he got back to Burnie, and I asked him, well, what did he do? And he told me he drank that Diet Coke. And I said, well, give it up. Don't do it. It's rotting your brain. That Diet Coke produced Gulf War syndrome in American soldiers because that's what they gave them for fluid rations. And it rots the brain.
And the nervous system.
So any artificial sugars, make sure they're natural, non-sugar.
Yeah. Well,
non-sugar sweeteners.
There are in 6,000 or 8,000 products on the market. So again, just avoid the middle aisles in the supermarket. That's what we usually recommend, because it's not really food, right, that you're eating. You wouldn't think of drinking a cup of petrol every morning or something like that. Solidified, whatever, toxins, and yet we do that because seed oils are actually also used as an organic, natural weed killer, right? You can chuck those yellow seed oils that you have in the pantry on the weeds in the garden and they'll die. That's what they're used for as well. So if you're listening to us, go to your pantry and check out all those oils so that your body has a chance to recover. It takes your body 2 to 3 years to remove those toxic oils from your body. So the change won't happen overnight, right? So what else were we going on? We were just talking about how you can turn the steering wheel around and literally regrow your brain.
Because we do have a almost a complete new body in 12 months. So cells in the body are dying all the time and being replaced with new ones. So give yourself the things your body needs to make good cells with, and it stands to reason that you'll have a better body in quick time. Probably 85% of your body is replaced in 5 or 6 months.
Well, the most amazing thing is that we have completely new eyeballs every 48 hours, which is totally amazing when you think about it, right? And your eyeballs are literally an extension of the brain. So that goes without saying then that your brain repairs itself and regrows very rapidly all the time. So just give yourself the right foods, and this goes for children as well, because we see a lot of children who are, classified bad behaviors, and we suggest to the parents to, give them more healthy fats, get them to eat cream, lamb chops with fat on it, and some other good things like look after the microbiome, eat fermented food. I can't stress that enough. And we recommend the Love Your Gut brand in Tasmania, which is all organic. So fermented vegetables and kefir as well, milk kefir, you can buy that from the supermarket. They supposedly destroy these forever chemicals in your body. So some chemicals are classified forever chemicals because they're very hard to break down, and they constantly create toxic reactions in your body and inflammation, mess up your systems. So fermented foods break those down, which is the best news ever, don't you think so?
Well, it's the bacteria in those fermented foods that are doing the trick.
So we always have at least 1 tablespoon minimum per day, and we make sure that our grandkids and our kids, when they come, they do the same. They already do the same. So that is...
I supplement also every day with a good probiotic that's got a capsule that opens in the small intestine rather than the stomach. Because if it opened in the stomach, all those good bacteria would die, because our stomach is full of hydrochloric acid.
Which is healthy, by the way. That's a good thing.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It needs to be very strong hydrochloric acid in the stomach to break down proteins.
So anyway, there's lots of stuff in this article that you can read, and please share with your loved ones, and just notice every day how sharp is your brain. Are you losing it a little bit here and there? Do you suffer from brain fog, and forgetfulness, which is a sign of inflammation? So sometimes people come to us and they go like, oh, I have a sore finger, or like a sore elbow, a sore big toe, and that is a sign of inflammation. I want you to know that by the time you have one sore finger or part of your finger and it's inflammation, it means it's already throughout your entire body, right? You're burning away different parts of your body. Your body is doing that to get rid of toxins. So other toxins, of course, have to do with worms. So we have this really good product called Parafite, which everyone should do at least twice a year, maybe 4 times a year now, because everyone has worms. And this is a really good homeopathic worm cleanser that supports your body to get rid of the worms, which then gets rid of candida. So we have products that kill candida as well, and lifestyle suggestions. What else? Enzymes, of course, are really important as well. Peter and I put together a package which we've talked about before. It's called the Ultimate Vitality Boost, right? So it's like the 4 legs of a table. So if one leg is missing, the table is all wobbly. And that contains 4 key products to rebuild your body and get rid of inflammation. I'll send the link in the article so you can check it out on the website. And that will keep you healthy. In fact, that will regrow a new body. The other thing Peter and I highly recommend is things like bone broth soup that contains or bone broth extract that you can buy. We sell that in jars as well. But of course, the best thing is to do it yourself, right? It's so easy to make your own bone broth. We also sell it in the Purple House kitchen. You can come for lunch. That heals your body from the inside out. when you think of your nervous system,
it's the best
coating.
gut healer, bone broth. Yeah.
Helps to heal and seal your tummy again. When you have problems with your tummy, we have many stories.
We've got a product called Yeast X, which gets rid of candida as well, and get it under control in the gut by having a daily probiotic and fermented foods. That's the key to getting rid of candida as well,
Also
which may be the cause of that brain function decline.
So we hope that, you know, you can stay healthy and whole and happy and joy-filled and inspired all the way till your last breath, which hopefully won't be till, you know, you're well into your 90s. Humans have the potential to live to their 120, for instance, but not the way we're going. So we have to take ourselves by the hand or hang on to the steering wheel. Don't let your car crash all over the road, so to speak. Stay on the road. Do a few little things that are not too impactful to do, but they will be very, very beneficial to you. Also come and see Peter for a full health audit. We call it a full health audit, where he looks under the bonnet of the car and sees which mechanisms are working or what is lacking in your body. That also turns clients' lives around. So please go and check out the full health audit as well. The same as your car, you need to book it in for a service several times a year. Your body is way more important than your car, because you only have one body. It repairs itself every night, which is super amazing, isn't it? It removes all the dents. Imagine if you put your car in the garage at night, it's all dirty, dusty and dented, and you wake up in the morning and it's all clean and the dents are gone. That's what your body does for you. But then we kick it and all the rest that we do. So let's just do the opposite and really look after your body in the way that it deserves to be looked after. And if you have any questions, come and see Peter and me. We're here like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The cafe is here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so we're open. You can come and talk to us, enjoy a beautiful meal, walk through the forest, get some nature connection happening. And all of that helps to restore your body as well. Also, this week I'm doing another lunch and learn, talking about your hormones, because your hormones are also starved of nutrition and TLC. So I'm going to show you what you need to do to restore your hormone flow. So check that out as well. Thanks for listening, everyone. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.
Okay, bye.